whoever's listening to this, if you feel like Junior should take his shot and just, go after the girl, please comment below. And if it's more than five, because who knows how many people are going to be listening to this, but if it's more than five, then he'll shoot his shot. Yes, or do you want more? Everyone, and welcome to Little Miss Thinks a Lot. I am your host, Areli, and today I have a very special guest, Mr. Junior Chaherlian.
And when you said you're a very special friend, like special ed or just special?
I mean, however you take it. So Junior is the CEO of Rec Supply. If you don't know it, go search it on Instagram. It's WRECKT.
ECK.
No.
No, no, you spelled it wrong.
Oh shit. WRECKTSVPPLY.
We've known each
Supply.
other for over 10 years.
Damn, I'm not a friend.
We know each other for over 10
I
years. Rect has been around for 10 years. Yeah, 2013 or more,
10 years.
11 years. And you
Sorry.
messed up the spelling? I mean, I know it's spelled incorrectly,
I've been under these.
but still.
I was trying to spell it the right way.
I mean, honestly,
But anyway,
you're
I
like
think I've been
W
under these lights for
R
too long.
E C K E D, right?
Um, WREKT, wrecked. And if you don't
Yes.
know, just move your head a little bit, Junior, so they can see it behind you.
Oh.
There you go. He is a very great friend of mine, and he is the very first guest I have on my podcast. This is episode 1. I did do an intro, so if you haven't heard the intro, you can go listen to it. It's a little mini explanation of what my podcast is going to be about. But I'll still repeat it in my first episode. This is just more for those overthinkers who just kind of need that reassurance that they're not alone. So today we're going to talk about some things, I guess, life, our opinions, and if you can relate,
Yeah.
that's great. If you can't, then I mean, at least you'll see somebody else's point of view. Just take everything with a grain of salt. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You don't have to agree with us, but I mean, if it's just entertainment, then just laugh. Laugh with us.
Yes, exactly. Laughter is the number one medicine.
Hmm. Okay, well, Junior, for the people who don't know you, because you're all over my Instagram, for the people who don't know you, can you please explain to them in a few words who you are and why Rex?
Okay. So my name's Alvaro Cheherlian. I go by Junior. I am half Mexican, half Armenian. So yes, my wheelchair is salvaged, and I yeah, I am on a wheelchair. I have uh SMA, which is spinal muscular atrophy. I started Rec Supply when I was going to Mission College, like in 2012 is when I like had the idea to start it, and then 2013 is when I finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna drop out of community college to start a clothing brand, and and ever since then, yeah, that's it. It's I've been blessed, it's I still treat it as a hobby because it's fun, but it turns into a business, and yeah, and I hope it just keeps growing and growing.
Yes, so Rex Supply is a clothing brand. It's streetwear. Go follow Junior if you don't already follow him. I'll try to include his at name everywhere I can. But on today's episode, what we're going to be talking about is I'm just going to ask a couple questions if that's okay with you, and if they're a little personal, I hope that's okay. Are you okay
No,
with
you can't ask
answering
me any
anything?
questions. No, you can
I feel like I'm already
you
going to know
you
all the
can ask me
answers.
zero questions.
He didn't agree to come on here. He just wants to look pretty. That's why.
Oh, you think I look pretty?
Okay. um. Okay. So that's Junior. Um. I guess for the people who don't know me, I guess I should say a little bit about myself too.
Lupita,
I
who are you?
am a well, my first name is Areli, my middle name is Guadalupe. So all my very close friends who met me through family, they all know me as Lupita. So I get both. Best of both worlds. People call me
Eh,
Lupita, people call me Areli. It's just me.
Remember the joke that me and Andres used to say? A Guadalupe?
Oh my god, yes. I think that's it. Every Lupita out there probably heard it. But there's so many nicknames that I'm just kind of like, it's probably why I'm such an overthinker because I'm just there contemplating my life for people who call me a Guadalupe. And I'm like, yeah, wow.
Dude, overthinking is the worst thing anybody could do. We're just creating scenarios in our head that do not exist. So we give ourselves anxiety, you know? So it's almost nearly impossible not to overthink. But if you can just try to do that less, life is just so much easier.
It is. It's kind of like just an endless cycle in our head. We're just going over and over and over and over about one little thing and just making it worse because we're thinking about the worst thing possible or different kind of outcomes, and it's just like m- it makes things worse. So you're right. If there was a lot less overthinking, things would be so much easier. But kind of like this podcast, I feel like I'm such an overthinker that it took me so much time to even be here in the first episode. But I mean, I'm just happy to have somebody like you as my first guest because I feel comfortable with you. And I mean, on the side of having two drinks, that helped too. But
I noticed that sometimes, yeah, you can be an overthinker and a little bit, or I can be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. A little bit like a perfectionist. Like everything needs to be perfect, as in like this, right? Like this podcast, this everything, and I can be like that with certain things, but then I learned that sometimes just just hit record and just talk. Don't overthink things, and just and just go with the flow, and it's so much easier like that, at least for me.
I understand, yeah. Kind of just saying like throw all my bucks out the window and just post it. Don't care about anything else. Just let it all out. That sounds weird, but
Yeah,
I've I've heard that before. Like just post, just post. Like who cares? And I understand that because I'm such a fan of other podcasters, and there's this one podcast that I would listen to a lot in the first year that I moved out.
it's called Keeping It Wheel, right? That's your favorite podcast, Keeping It Wheel.
It's more of a like a self help podcast. Yours, keeping it real. Yes. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot to even mention it. Junior has a podcast, keeping it real. You know, wheel because he's on a wheelchair, so he's just keeping it real.
Yeah, you know it.
But and I was actually a guest on his podcast, so that was a lot of fun.
You were, you were.
Yeah. But so starting this podcast, I was like, honestly, in the beginning, I wanted to kind of do like a blog online where I just type everything out of like experiences and stuff like that. And then I was like, this whole like podcast kind of blew up, and I was like, maybe I should make one. So I started
And
doing research, and then I
it's fun.
but
It's fun
it,
also.
it is fun. It's basically just kind of like, well, how everyone else is. They're just two friends having a conversation, and then it's like somebody else is kind of like fly on the wall listening to all the conversations.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but you're definitely right. I am a perfectionist, and I don't know if it's because I'm an Aquarius. Um, I like things to be done
Are
right, and
are
I don't like to.
Aquarius known to be like
Aquarians.
perfectionists or like overthinkers?
I would say so. We're definitely
Okay,
people who like to get things done.
got it. And I'm a Libra, and Libras are known to be just very just like nonchalant, just chill. Very
Just chill.
indecisive
Yeah.
though, very. But yeah, I think we're like because I think like the it's for a Libra. I think it's like a scale. I think the picture of it. So like it's like we like to balance things out or something like that. I don't know. I can be wrong. I don't know too much about
I've
signs, but yeah.
And they say that Libra or men and women, like let's say a Libra man and Libra woman, they're like different. Even though they're both Libras, they're still like different.
Oh really? I don't know that.
So, if it's okay with you, can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Okay. So, I already know the answer to
I'm
this, but just for all
nervous.
no. You said you were an open book. So,
I'm an open
this is
book
okay.
with my open cheeks, ass cheeks, by the
So,
way.
I guess I'll that's actually my first question. Are you single or are you dating? Like, are you dating
Oh
somebody?
God. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. I am the most single. I am currently not talking to anybody, and whenever I guess try to put myself out there, it never goes my way, and that's fine. I understand. Like it's not how do I say this? And I already know you're going to disagree because you're a good friend of mine, but
Hmm.
it is not easy trying to date while being on a wheelchair like me. Girls just unfortunately don't go for guys like that, and I totally understand. And it doesn't mean I'm never gonna date. Like I've dated before. Like I've had a girlfriend before, but it's just like I just have to put in like double the work compared to another guy that can walk. Because I need to like since I can't stand up, I need to stand out, and sometimes I just don't want to put that effort because it can be mentally draining. And I've been ghosted plenty of times. I've talked to girls where they just kind of stop texting because they got in a relationship, and like so it's it's hard. It is. It's not impossible, and there's somebody out there for me, out maybe or maybe not. But I have accepted the fact that I might not ever find someone. And I know that's a very negative way of thinking, and I shouldn't think like that. I'm a very positive person, but yeah, it's the whole dating thing. It's kind of a little harder, I want to say, for someone like me compared to someone that can walk.
No, yeah, I totally understand. And I am your friend and I see where you're coming from. And
Mm,
I love that you're such a positive person and you have such a positive outlook on this
yes.
and you don't let it bring you down. I guess what I would say, my next question be like, are there girls who hit you up without you wanting like them or unexpectedly?
Uh, I mean, I want to say since I've been alive, I've had that probably like 3 times, maybe four, and I'm also I can also say, and it's not right, and I shouldn't be like this, but unfortunately, I can be picky, and I hate that because in the situation I'm in, I shouldn't be picky. But yeah, I've had like 3 or 4 girls hit me up, and I guess they're just not my type, or I'm just not interested. I guess I don't know,
What is
or
your
maybe
type? What would
sometimes,
you say?
or or maybe sometimes I just feel like maybe I'm not good enough, or I already know where this road's going to lead, and before I get hurt or anything, I just tend to friend zone myself. I guess I don't know.
So you would say you kind of overthink things and self sabotage
And that
yourself?
is the point of this podcast. Overthinking.
Yes. And I mean, I can totally understand where you're coming from because, I've been there myself.
Uh-huh.
I understand like being picky, like you're actually looking for something and like you have an idea of what you want and all that good stuff. So what would you say is your ideal partner?
Oh man, it's I
I'm
am
gonna put
a
you on a dating app.
very
That's why I'm asking all these questions.
I've been on a dating app. Well, on Tinder. That's actually how I found my first girlfriend. I mean, that relationship lasted like 7 months. Does that even count as a relationship? I thought it was like a
Yes,
year and
that's
more
good.
count. 7 months, really?
No, I've had relationships that lasted less than 6.
Oh shit. Okay. So well, then I guess I was in a
Yeah,
relationship that
so
lasted 7 months, and yeah, she broke up with me, and that's totally fine. I have no hate towards her at all because when we were together, she did really treat me well, and I felt the love, and I truly do wish her nothing but the best. But I guess like the overthinking part is like I always would tell myself and just would like damn, she broke up with me only because like I'm in a wheelchair and she couldn't really get the full dating life because there's a lot of things that I can't do, unfortunately. So that's, I guess, my ideal. It's like I said, the whole my ideal girlfriend or whatever is I'm a very
mhm,
simple guy. You know it. You know where I'm always at. I'm always at home in the rec room, either designing for my clothing brand, Rec Supply,
mhm.
WREKT, Lupita. Okay, not WRECKED. I'm
Yeah.
I'm mainly just I'm mainly designing for that. I'm listening to very loud music. I'm playing video games. I have friends over almost every weekend. Yeah, like occasionally, yes. I like to go to the movies. I like to go eat. I like to go to brunch with you. Chug some bottomless mimosas. Um, but yeah, like at the end of the day, like
Emphasis on
I'm a
chug.
simple dude. Yeah, I'm a simple dude, so I would like, I guess, a girl that's into just that simple life also, like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and
Only because I'm very limited. I'm very limited. There's only so much I can do. So
yeah, but at the end of the day, I feel like that's what love is all about, is just being with your significant other. It doesn't really matter what it is that you're doing as long as you're together. I think
that's the wow. You're you're coughing up love, huh? Love is just
I swallowed my saliva.
it's yeah. When you truly love someone, uh, it doesn't matter what you guys are doing, where you guys at. If you go to a nice fancy
Yeah.
restaurant or to McDonald's, as long as you two are together, you that's love. Like, you enjoy their presence no matter where you're at, and that's yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
we don't have to find
I'm not
someone
saying this is
right
the reason.
away.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm not saying this
It's
is
okay.
that's the reason why, or maybe it is the reason why probably my ex left, is because she likes to go out and do things. She likes to go to raves. She likes to do all these things, and I've been to one rave, and I just don't see myself going to another one because it's just not my thing. So even though the love was there, I guess at the end of the day, we were just meant to be in our lives, in each other's lives for a short amount of period, learn off of each other. I learned from her, she learned from me, and then we just go our separate ways. Like, not everyone's meant to be.
Yeah. No, definitely. And I feel like that was a good experience in a way. And honestly, I feel like it was just because, at that age at the time, everyone kind of has things going through their heads where it's like they're trying to meet expectations. Um, I, I, speaking personally, I feel like I mean, I'm young. I feel like we're young and we're still young. So talking about the past
I
was
mean,
only
I'm gonna
what
be
a couple
30,
years
but
ago.
yeah.
That's still
Mm.
young. Like you hear, oh, my light died.
It is. What? Oh, shit, I just saw.
for eights.
I,
We're young. Like I remember before I got into a relationship, I was like, when am I ever gonna be in a relationship? Like it's hard. It's hard dating and but I'm a really big believer that, everyone is meant to be with someone. Like there's a special someone for everybody. So you just haven't found that person. But,
but like,
the thing is that I know that you're such a positive person that it's like it'll come to you when it comes to you.
yes, yeah, it could just be a little bit. It could just be a little frustrating, I guess. As in, I see everyone
Yeah.
around me, all my friends. Not all my friends are in relationships, but they talk to girls. They go out. They go on dates. They have girls in their DMs and all that. It's like they have all this. They have girls that have crushes on them, and I have well, at least I feel like I have none of that. I'm not talking to anybody. I have no. Whenever I go out with the guys, with my friends, like my usual group, um like they catch eyes, some I don't want to say names, but like some, like a girl has walked up to him before and talked to him, like they get all this, and when I go out I just feel like I'm invisible. Girls don't really go up to someone like
Really?
me. Yeah.
From what you've told me, I don't know if it's just because it was a rave and, they're all
Oh god.
having a good
I know
time, wink,
where
wink.
I know where
That
you're going with this.
you told me about your rave experience, and I was like, okay, I knew that was gonna happen. Like I feel like you're always the center of attention, not because
And I
you're
hate
in a
it.
wheelchair. That
i
plays into it,
I hate the
obviously,
attention.
but like it's your personality.
No, I know.
Oh
No,
no, don't. I mean,
I
it's hard. I can't tell you not to feel that way, but
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but that was my wheelchair. That was my wheelchair, by the way.
beep beep.
But I don't want to toot my own horn and all that. But like, yeah, I do have a great personality. Yes, I do get along with everyone. I like to make everyone feel included. I like to make everyone laugh. I put others before me. That's just a person I am. But I don't know. I guess I have to be a fucking asshole in order to get girls to like me. I guess I don't know, because it seems like all the girls that I talk to have always just ended
No,
up have always ended up with a douche instead of me. So it's like, fuck, am I just too nice of a guy? Like I don't know what else to do. And I wouldn't want to change for anybody. Like, this is who I am. I'm Junior. This is the person I am, and I'm never gonna
don't
change.
change.
And I'm never gonna change for anybody. Even though, if I was a little bit more douchey towards girls, or more cold shoulder, maybe like that, I'll get girls. But if that was the case, then I guess I'm just gonna be single forever, because I am my own authentic self.
And that's good. Don't change who you are. You're such a great person. Like you said it yourself, like you're genuine, you're positive, you're such a good friend. Um I just feel like the right person hasn't crossed you yet,
Mm,
and everybody who has already is just, a lesson and experience and all that stuff. Don't be a
yeah.
douche. The girls who are with douchebags, I don't know what the hell, like maybe cuz they're a douche also. I don't know. And then you not only girls are with douchebag guys, but you see it reverse also. You'll see really nice guys with
With
douche girlfriends, and it's kind of like, what the hell's going on here?
toxicas.
Yeah, I want to say the B word, but I'm just like dumbfounded. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, but
But
it's, I guess it is
the
what it
right
is.
person for you is just hasn't came along.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
fine,
but I can see why
I don't
you
want to rush it.
overthink those things.
Yeah, and I don't want to rush it,
Yeah.
and
So
I know maybe like, if I do want to find someone, like, I need to put in some effort also, go out more, maybe dating apps, maybe just
yeah,
slide in more DMs, maybe just, but
yeah. I
but
mean,
but right now I'm at the point where I just don't want to do any of that. I've I don't want to say I've given
okay,
up, because that sounds pretty, like, I haven't given up, but it's just not my priority right now.
okay, yeah. That's no problem with that. So for whoever's watching this, just know Junior is available and available to be taken on dates. So you better take him on a date. He's a catch. So I would say whoever wants to get to know him
If
a
you
little
want,
more,
if you want to
follow
weigh
his
into my
Instagram.
heart,
I'll add
just
it here.
if you want to weigh into my heart, just buy me White Claws
That yeah, see.
and Starbucks.
Long story short, and Starbucks, yes. But I say just be a little more open minded because
Yeah,
I have heard of a few where you're like a little too picky and you gotta just,
yeah.
take a little bit of those itty don't be too picky.
I just need to,
Which
I
I don't feel like you wouldn't be too
guess.
picky.
What do you mean?
I like I don't see you being too picky because
Um,
I feel like you always do the right thing. And
yeah, yeah. No,
that's
no,
more
yeah,
like a 60-40.
yeah. No,
Like
and
you're more to do the right thing, but even if you like kind of like oh like no, I don't want to do that. Like all to you like you you don't have to type of thing.
yeah, no, no, no. And I'm not saying picky either, as in like I'm looking for a fucking Victoria's Secret model. Like I know my lane also, so like I'm not over here searching for 10. Like, but so like I don't know. I guess it's just the feeling. I guess like when you know it, you know it. Like when you like someone, you just know it. And I don't know. I guess that person just
Yeah,
hasn't came along yet.
because I feel like the right person for you, like they're gonna come around. They're not gonna see anything physical. They're just gonna see you for who you are and your heart and all that good stuff. Like,
Yeah, and that's
um,
why, like how I said
but like
earlier,
we went
I
on.
just
I
feel
feel
like
like I'm not.
I feel like I need to, like in order for them not to see, I guess, the wheelchair, like I can't stand up, but I can stand out. I guess so. I got to put in more
Yeah,
work.
and
Unfortunately, I have to make them laugh.
no, you're fine. I mean, you are funny. Like you're great company.
Oh, thank you.
People, I guess you need someone who's not materialistic because
But
I feel like girls who are materialistic are the ones who turn away.
but I think that's the thing also with me, like and I get it, but like when I meet new girls or start talking to girls, or when I bring certain girls around, I don't want to say names, but I come off because I just want to be this nice friendly guy, and I want to make them feel comfortable in my house. But I feel like I come off too much, as in too friendly, as in they see me as a friend instead of maybe me probably like making little moves here and there or flirting. So that's why I feel also like I
Hmm.
always just get friend zoned, because I'm just too nice, and they see me as friendly. They feel comfortable around me, but they don't see me anything more as just a friend. And there are some that I have brought around that I wish they can see me more as a friend, but unfortunately, it's just not like that, and it sucks. But like I said, I'm never gonna change, and I'm always gonna be friendly and make people feel comfortable in my house.
Hmm. Okay, then I mean maybe they're just not the ones because girls usually or typically wait for the guy to make the first move. But
Yeah, I
like,
see.
how would you how would you make the first move? Like you say that you're friendly and you come off more as a friend than um um a pretendiente or how would you say that in English?
Yeah.
Like a potential boyfriend.
Yeah, yeah, like
Um, so
I
I guess maybe change your game up a little bit.
yeah, no, trust me. You see, like there's things I know that I do wrong, but it's just, which the most common fear I think of every man, or unless women go through this also, like, is rejection. I don't want to make a move and
Oh,
and
definitely.
end up being like, hey, you want to go on a date, or like, hey, do you see us more than just friends? Like, I don't want to say these things, because then I don't want to hear, no, I don't see us more than friends, or no, I don't want to go on a date. So that's why I ends up just, I feel like I just friend zone myself, I guess, to save myself that hurt. But then I still go through hurt, because then if I see them talking to another guy, I'm like, oh fuck, that sucks. I wish I was that guy.
It's kind of like you kind of just have to like shoot your shot. I remember
Yeah,
listening
I know,
to
and I've
I think it
never
was
shot my shot
mhm,
before.
sorry. I remember listening to like a podcast or somebody talking. I don't know if it was like a TikTok or something, but they were explaining how dating needs to be fun. Like stop putting so much stress on dating, like all these expectations and like how don't think too much about how you look, how you sound, what you talk about, like what you do, like just have fun with it because at the end of the day, like having fun, you're being yourself. And if they like you for that, then they're the one. And if not, then on to the next one. But
Yeah.
don't take too much from it. So I totally understand the whole rejection thing because I've been there, done that. But
So
I mean, at
girls
the end of the
also
day, if
have that
they say no,
fear
what?
of rejection.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
always. And I feel like that's where a lot of overthinking comes into play because like let's say before I was in a relationship, I was dating, and when I would go on dates with guys, like there was more expectation on one side than the other, I would say. Like
Okay.
people, you go out, you agree to this date. So okay, you're gonna go out, have fun, whatever, right? But then as a girl, I'm not a guy, so I wouldn't really know what to say for guys, but as a
Hmm.
girl, like you think about everything, like how you're gonna look, how you're gonna smell, like where you're going, like is it somewhere you're comfortable, somewhere you're not comfortable, like how comfortable are you gonna be
Yeah.
talking to them about certain things.
Yeah.
It's just like too much stress, too many
I
expectations where it's kind of like no,
I
like
think for
you just
girls, and guys, the girls stress and overthink more about their appearance, and the guys stress more and overthink about the things they're gonna say to try to woo her.
okay, yeah,
I think,
I
I don't
see
know.
that.
Obviously, the guys care about their appearance also,
So
but it's
I
more like, but it's more about like the guys are gonna be like, man, what am I gonna talk about, or like, how can I impress her? And the girls are like, what am I gonna wear? How am I gonna do my makeup to impress him?
yeah, so I feel like giving you advice like as a friend, like I would say like just put yourself out there more. Like I know rejection is hard, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like all they're
What's the worst
saying
thing
is
they
like
could say? No.
no. Yeah, and then that's it. You move on. That's I
Imagine,
mean,
what's the worst thing they could say?
at least
No.
you know.
And then I go up to one and they're like, ew, no, gross, you're in a wheelchair. I was like, oh fuck, that's so much worse than no.
That would make for a really good story
Fuck
for
it,
when you go
what?
back home and tell your friends or your family like they fucking said no, ill no.
That'd be a great
Okay, well, I mean,
that'd be a great story for the podcast. As soon as I start hitting record, I'm just crying. Oh guys, so today I told a girl.
okay, well, tell me, I for sure you've been on dates. I know that for sure. What has been
I've
the
been
worst first
on
date that you've been on?
I've I haven't been on many dates, dude. I think the only dates I've been on was with my girlfriend. And we went out probably like 4 times because we were dating. We started dating during COVID, so we were also like very limited on where to
Okay,
go. But yeah, we went out to
okay,
go eat like 4 times. But like besides her, I've never been on
okay.
besides her, I've never been on a date. I've never asked a girl out like on a date. I've gone to go eat before with female friends, just her and I,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't say like a
Has it
date.
been a friend who you saw more as a friend, but they thought it was just to hang out? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in your eyes, it was in a way a date. So what was like the first? I mean, the worst like interaction with a
It there
person that you were interested
it
in?
never was. It never was bad. It was just like two friends hanging out, just like how when me and that girl hang out at my house or whatever. It was just a normal just hangout, but like it was a normal friendly hangout. But in my head, I wished it
Yeah.
was more than just a friendly hangout. But like I
Yeah.
said,
You wouldn't think that. Sorry.
you
You wouldn't think that
by the
like
way,
okay,
you
you ask
know
a
this
girl to.
person, and I will tell you her name after the podcast.
No problem. I think I have an idea, but that's why I'm like,
You
maybe I
probably
shouldn't
know
push
who.
this too much. You
You
probably don't
probably
want to out them.
know. Yeah, yeah. You probably know who it is.
But like you,
But okay.
like in my head, I'm kind of like, okay, like you wouldn't like, yeah, you ask them to hang out, but you don't specify that it's a date. But it's kind of like, all right, like just you and me to go have something to eat. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, like why just us two? Like me and you have been friends forever. So if you were to ask me to hang out like that, I'll be like, oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna cheese mead. We're gonna talk shit. We're gonna be talking about people.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not all
like
we do. I'm
you
just
and
kidding,
I,
everyone.
it's different
But
because we've known each other for over because we've known each other for over 10 years.
yeah,
Me and this person have only known each other. We just barely started like hanging out with each other, me and this person, probably like a year and a half ago.
yeah. And do you? Mm, I don't know. It's confusing. It's hard.
Dun, dun, da, 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 da.
Because in my head, as your friend, I'd be like, how do they not know it's a date? Because you asked them to hang out, just you two. Like it's kind of like, get a hint.
And it's been like 2, 3 times that we've gone out, just us two.
I
Like
mean,
2, 3 times. But the reason probably why they don't get that hint is because they just don't see me like that. They see me
that
as a friend.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've gotten those vibes, so that's why I'm just trying to now suppress those feelings because I know it's gonna go nowhere. So it's like, you
Hmm.
know what? I'm just gonna accept the fact that we're just gonna be friends, and nothing more than that. And it is what it is.
Well, I mean, you
Like
don't know.
I'm not
You
still I'm not still chasing
are,
anymore or trying
yeah. Are
a-
they talking to somebody
anymore
else?
because I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, then, even if they are, like, I feel like you should still, if there's, if it's not Instagram, like, if it hasn't gone out public yet that they're with somebody else, because, girls, at least I feel like if it's serious, they'll post it on Instagram. So if they're not talking to anybody else, I feel like you should
Oh yeah,
still shoot your shot. Like, why not?
I don't know. I don't
You don't
know
want to make it
because
awkward after.
I also just don't want to lose that friendship either
Yeah, but I mean,
because we're good friends, and I feel like if I were just to make a move, I feel like things, or maybe not, but I feel like things might be awkward, or maybe no. Like, hey, I shot my shot. I know the
yeah, I
answer.
feel like
Cool. I guess let's just be friends.
you're the type to not act weird after situations, whether it's drama or whatever. Like,
No, 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 no.
yeah, so I feel like if you were to at least be like, hey, we've been friends for a while, like I kind of want to see if there's something more, and if they agree to it, they agree to it. If they don't, and it's totally fine. Like, just move on with your lives and stuff like that. At least you'll know. I
Yeah.
know it's hard. I'm sorry. At
No,
least
I know.
that's my
No,
opinion. You
no, no.
don't
Well,
have
I
to
feel
if
like
it makes you feel uncomfortable.
no, 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 no. Your opinion is the correct one. I just feel like I already, I guess, just made that decision in my head where we're just gonna be friends and that's it. So, like I said, that's why
Okay.
I'm just trying to make those feelings go away before I end up just getting more hurt if she ends up being with someone else eventually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, maybe one day we'll see.
Maybe one day,
We'll see.
yes, but
But
that's
that's a great show,
POV.
by the way, on Netflix. Go watch One Day.
Oh, I just saw it last night.
Did you finish it?
One day. Oh wait, never mind. I watched the different one. I watched
From
uh
scratch with Zoe Saldana?
no, something with, I think her name is Sweeney. Something Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney. The one, as long
Oh,
as
the
it's not
movie, the
you, something like
no,
that.
Not For You or something like that.
Yeah. It was
Anyone But
cute.
You.
Anyone but you. Yeah, I saw that one last night. It was nice. It
Okay,
was cute.
I have not seen that movie, but she is my celebrity crush right now, Sydney
So she
Sweeney.
is.
So I will give that
Yeah,
movie a shot. Yeah,
yeah,
she
she's
is.
pretty big.
She's
Okay.
from Euphoria.
Yes, that's how I know her. Yeah.
But
I mean,
okay, I feel like we've been talking about nothing but relationship stuff.
I
So
know I want to
what's
change
another
the
question you
subject.
have for me?
I mean, before we change,
Yeah.
oh shit, before we
No, because
change the subject,
I
whoever is
I can
listening
talk
to this,
about this
forever
for a
I will.
long
But I don't.
time.
It's because there's too many details where it's
But I don't
like I
want
don't know
to.
if you want to make it public or not. I know. So whoever's listening to this, if you feel like Junior should take his shot and just go after the girl, please comment below. And if it's more than five, because who knows how many people are going to be listening to this, but if it's more than five, then he'll shoot his shot. Yes, or do you want more?
Wait,
I'm saying five.
more than five what?
People
More
saying
than
that you
five
should shoot
what?
your shot. Listeners,
Oh
they can
shit,
they
that's a
can comment.
little. Oh
That is
damn
a
it.
little bit.
Okay.
I mean, it's my first
Okay.
episode. I don't know
All
how many
right.
people are going to be
Okay.
listening. I have a lot of friends, and okay, let's make it more. Let's make it 15.
No, that's fine. Five. Five.
I know a lot of
Five.
people.
Let's do five.
Five? Okay,
Fuck
five.
it.
Everybody, message, comment, whatever. Likes don't count. Message, comments. Five. We'll see.
Or also, or if you don't think I should
Yeah,
shoot my
or if
shot, also say that.
that counts too. We'll see. Five for him to shoot his shot. If there's more no's than yes, then we won't do it. But